It is no longer news that 2027 is around the corner. Some are saying, please focus on governance. Some are saying, no, governance and politics go pari passu, they go hand in hand. Hence, it is legal. It is of most importance for an administration to prepare for the next election. Some have spoken so much about the APC, the ruling party, both positively and negatively. Hence, this particular discussion. Fear for or of the APC, a factor to consider in the forthcoming election. As I have my analyst here with me in the studio, I'd like to start off with those that are joining us virtually. Later, come to the persons on set with me here. Let's move straight down to Abuja, where Honorable Fred is standing by. Now, what do you have to say about this? The fear of the APC or the fear for the APC? People are talking from both ends right now. Some hate this party with passion. Many also love this party with passion. How is it going to affect the outcome of the election?
Okay, thank you so much, Nigerians. Thank you so much, my respect comrade in the studio. I want to say categorically clear that I started the campaign that there was no vacancy in Nassau come 2027. And I still stand on it because I didn't see and I have not seen any opposition party right now. Even the coalition are actually trying to coalesce their pocket and their selfish interest. I don't believe that so far that anybody is ready as opposition, because if you look at the government, what the government has done just now under the leadership of His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It will beat your imagination to tell you that his predecessor for 8 years never did any of such. And you cannot come out to say you want to win an election when you do not have, the dividend of democracy which you have given to the people, even when you had the opportunity before now. When I see articles running from pillar to post, or they are trying to, the people like, what's it called, in Rufai, they are moving themselves together. These are gathering of the jackals, and I can assure you that they would have a vote even with their constituents. The election, in the recent election, you saw what happened in Kaduna State upon all the propaganda and all the rest. APC is on ground, and I can assure you that APC come 2027, they will win the election, and the president will return elected by God's grace, because only God has the final say on life. But apart from that, there's no opposition, I can assure you,
All
because they
right.
are so disorganized, because they have,
I will come back to
and
you.
nobody will vote for them.
I will come back. You cannot say nobody will vote for
Thank
opposition. You cannot say there's no opposition. There is. In fact, there are oppositions here and there. You should know that by now. You should know that, okay? I know you have this zeal, this enthusiasm for your party, but you just cannot say that you don't have opposition, there is no vacancy, articles running up and down. No, they have the right to form coalition. They also have the right to contest, to compete. After all, it's an election. Well, Derek, let's get to hear from you. People have been saying that for the way things are going, many people may turn against APC as a political party, and that may just affect their performance come 2027. Do you agree to this assertion?
The problem here is that there is a very clear evidence of internal power tussle within the Labour Party and the ADC, which, if not properly managed, will affect their chances in feeding candidates, for 2027, general election. Then for the PDP, there is very serious internal, splinter which has grossly affected the cohesion of the membership of the PDP to the extent that many of the, governors have defected to APC. And you will also recall that the the PDP, the southeast and the south-southern bloc of the PDP, is controlled by an individual who appears to be aggrieved with the, PDP establishment, as it were. And if the issue also is not resolved before the November 15th and 16th, wherein the PDP have slated their convention, it might also lead to another very serious crisis. Currently, because of the crisis rocking the PDP, they are only left with, as far as I'm concerned, one governorship seat in the south side. But we cannot say River State is a PDP state anymore. Then in the southwestern southeastern part of the country, we only have Enugu, if I'm not mistaken, as a PDP state over there. Then the southwestern part, I think just 2 states over there. So what am I trying to say? PDP, not just through election, but through the defection of its governors, they have lost a lot of states to the APC because of this their lingering crisis. So you can now see that the 3 political parties that would have stand as opposition to the APC, the Labour Party, the PDP, and the ADC, are in crisis, very serious crisis mode. The ADC that appears to be a fortress now, they are in court. The original leaders of the ADC have taken the lives of David Mark and Aregbo Sola to court, to challenge their legitimacy in the party. And if not well managed, it will destroy that platform as well. So what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
The issue, we should not focus on APC. Yes, we should focus on the opposition not able to, stand their feet on the ground to serve as a viable alternative. And you will be surprised that if these situations are not well managed, the APC might just be the only viable political platform on the ballot in 2027. So, so these are the challenges that the opposition is facing. I don't want to seriously dwell on, the hearsay. I want to say the facts that are on ground. The APC, as it is now, appears to be very formidable.
I'll come back to you.
The dynamics of electionary process in the country currently have changed over the past 2-3 years.
All right, I will come back to you, Derek.
APC
I'll come back to you. All right, thank you. Well, you've heard him. He's saying we should look at the opposition, not even the ruling party, because of what is happening right now in the opposition. Let's get to hear what Samuel have to say about all this. Samuel, let's hear your views.
Thank you very much, Wilson. As at present, let us be very sincere and factual. As at present, I believe the APC is the only party that has stability, is the only party that has unity, is the only party that will be able to absorb a lot of other elements into the party without crisis. Because sometimes when some people decamp, you start seeing a lot of crisis everywhere. But I believe the leadership of the APC as at present, right from the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, down to the chairman, the national chairman, down to the state governors, down to the state party chairman. I think there's some kind of a renewed hope in every one of them. That is also spreading down to the members as well. That you've seen that though there might be 1 or 2 issues here and there in APC, which we always have in every party, in every organization, but formidable, we use that word, and viable, I believe APC is the only viable party for now in Nigeria. Not to say there are no opposition. When you say opposition, you must have to think about who are the people that are in those oppositions. PDP is one of the known biggest opposition. In recent years now, it has been downward with crisis, problem after problem. Even right now, they are planning to hold the next meeting in November. There are some leaders inside the same party are telling them that is a wrong decision, that it's not going to be possible, they're not going to accept the decision. So it tells you that the problem with PDP is not yet over and might not be over before 2037 because they might be in a situation of fighting themselves and not able to have a single faction that will provide a president candidate. Or even in some states, they will not even be able to provide governorship candidates due to this crisis that is growing up and that is going on with them. That is on the PDP. Then when we talk of the ADC, well, I just believe these are colleagues of retired politicians, that have really not added value to Nigerians when they were having the opportunity to add value to Nigeria. So when such people, when it comes to campaign, I just only wonder if not the mentality they are having that is a not agenda plan. I really wonder who is going to listen to people like Amechi, listen to people like Aregbesola, listen to people like Atiku. And even if with the Obi with themselves, let's say Obi even with them, Obi is going to play a second role. So automatically, I don't believe the people is going to have a favor in that ADC anymore.
All right.
Because their crisis have already started with themselves already internally who to be.
I'll come back to you.
And those that hold the party before are already brewing up problem for them.
I will come back to you, Prince Samuel. I'll come back to you.
Please.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, definitely. Well, you've heard about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. People will listen to him. He has people, followers that will listen to him. Mitchell also, he has followers, they will listen to him. Everybody in the ADC, they have their own niche that will listen to them. But let me come to you, Joseph. From what they just said, they said it's not about even the APC. It's like to them what they've spoken about. They say no, it's about the perceived opposition. They don't have what it takes to really stop the APC because of the little troubles here and there in the political party. Is that a factor to consider?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Wilson. You see, the crisis rocking the PDP today is as a result of the fact that the APC, you understand, is trying to make the Nigeria state a one-party system. Because you cannot remove the hands of the presidency from what is happening to majorly the major political parties, whether ADC, whether Labour Party, whether the PDP.
Can you substantiate this?
Yeah. Okay, look at Wike, for example, now. Wike is a serving minister. And he's the one causing this same crisis and division in APC. What?
In PDP?
Yeah, in PDP, sorry. You understand? Now, the reason why the APC is still talking about 2027 is because of two things. One, we have a very unfortunate judiciary and a very an INEC who has not been able to show that they are truly independent. If INEC has been truly independent, some politicians will not be making noise ranting about elections. As we speak today in Edo, we are locked. For you to access Wari here, you stay 5 hours. For you to access this, so why would we be talking about APC if we are serious as a country? For you to access the east here, you are in problem. For you to access the north, you are in problem. The only place you can manage to go is the west. And we are still talking about what are the things, what are the indices they have put in place to show that they want to win 2027? If not the fact that they still rely on INEC and the Judiciary. And that's why it's convenient for politicians to tell you, go to court. The US agency released a report in 2023-2024 that Nigeria judges have collected more bribes than the police, the custom, and the army. What does that tell you? A system where the judiciary is porous. Politicians tend to do what they like, and that's why you see all these legal battles. Before if you hear that they are telling you about they will go because they may not have candidate, and because of the fact that the ruling party as of today, because in Nigeria it's politics of a winner takes it all. The ruling party as of today controls all the agencies. That is how it is in Nigeria. Let's not disfease ourselves. But I can assure you that 2027 is not even basically a battle between the APC and political party. It's between the APC and Nigerians, because Nigerians are dissatisfied.
All right, now you just hold on. We want to go for a break. When we return, you continue with your line of thought. Let's go for that break. We'll be right back.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. Well, Joseph, you were making your point. Are you not saying that APC should be afraid of Nigerians?
Certainly. They have every reason to be afraid of Nigerians, because Mr. President promised so many things when he was coming on board. The question should be, has he been able to fulfill them? He told us that he will give us a steady power. If he's not able to do that, you should not vote for him for a second term. Have we gotten steady power today? How many megawatts have they been able to generate in the last 2.5 years? These are some of the 10 questions Nigerians will be posing to him as we approach 2027. Also, they told us that the subsidy removal, our refineries will be working. Are they working now? These are questions that Nigerians will also be asking as we approach 2027. So the general overview is that Nigerians are dissatisfied, whether from the north to the south. So it's not about Atiku or about Peter Obi. The issue is that this current government has not been able to deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigerians, and that's why Nigerians will certainly reject the All Progressive Congress as we move towards 2027. But today you can see anybody trying to deceive himself, talking about the crisis rocking other political parties. They should also understand that in a free and fair contest, as of today, the APC cannot win an election in Nigeria. That is the statement of fact. They know. But the truth is that our judiciary and our electoral processes have been compromised. Now, they said there was a glitch in 2023. This thing. Have they been able to resolve the glitch? What are the consequences of that glitch? You understand? Electronic transmission of results. What happened? These are some of the yardstick. This is some of the things that are giving the APC members that effort to tell you about 2027 is all over, they are going to win. No, this issue is that it's beyond APC. It's Nigerians. Nigerians, as we speak today, they are dissatisfied. Bad healthcare delivery, poor healthcare delivery, both in the north and in the south.
All right.
Dilapidated state of infrastructure, both in the north and in the south.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Joseph, if time permits. Well, Dr. Andrew, you heard him. It said the APC should be afraid of the people, and they also accused the FG of having hands in political parties that are having issues.
It is laughable when you try to make assertions that are not true, assertions that you cannot substantiate. How can you say the APC has hands in the travails of the PDP or other political parties? If you want to do an analysis of the opposition political parties today, you will find out that they all have crises, yeah? Now, the PDP's crisis is self-induced. Why did I say so? Before the 2023 presidential elections, the party, had some form of unity. But the unity broke down when they could not zone their ticket to the south, all right, as agreed. And then Atiku decided to enter the race, and aided by elements like Tambuwal and the others, Atiku got the ticket ahead of people like Wike. Wike, who himself have been a major financier of PDP all this while. In fact, after the party lost in 2015, Yesom Wike became the major financier of the party. People like the Bauchi State governor and some other northern governors were there. Did they fund the party? No. But when it was time to reap from where he has sowed, Yesom Wike was denied the opportunity to fly the flag of the PDP. And the man said, okay, if that is the case, I am not going to waste my time, supporting anybody within the party. Instead, I'm going to use my own resources to work for the person I think should win the ticket. Because Yesom Wike believed that the presidency should come to the south. And then he decided that, yeah, it has to be a southerner. And then he picked among the Southerners that were on parade, and he preferred Bola Tinubu. And that was how he supported Bola Tinubu, and Bola Tinubu won. And he remained in the party, and he continued to do whatever he's doing, to do his thing. And so, why would anybody say it is the APC that is causing the crisis in PDP, when in fact, it is the PDP and her leadership, greedy leadership, selfish leadership, that has caused the crisis in their own party? You cannot pin that on the APC. Look at the ADC, for instance. It's a set of disgruntled people from the APC, decided to wake up. Now look at the leaders of ADC. Let's start from their leadership. Amechi wanted to be president of Nigeria and lost in the presidential primaries to Bola Tinubu, and now later turned back because he wasn't featured in the government to say Nigerians are hungry. Is it Nigerians are hungry? To say he is hungry. That's what he said. Is Amechi hungry? Okay, yeah, he's hungry. He's hungry for power. Because these are people who cannot stay outside government. They call them Ajib. They want to be relevant, any government in power. But Tinubu said, no, you stay away for some time. You have been here, you have been tested, and I'm not sure you delivered as Minister of Transportation. And then he became disgruntled, and he decided to go to another. Is it El-Rufai? El-Rufai was even screened for ministerial appointment. What happened? People from Sada Kaduna wrote against him, and said, listen, this man was the man who sponsored genocide against our people. And upon that, on the strength of that, he wasn't cleared to become minister. And then he went AY and started criticizing the same Tinubu, that he once supported. And at the end of the day, that's the same person who is coming back to tell Nigerians that we should not support Tinubu. Or is it David Mark, who was in government for donkey years and could not perform? Or is it Aregbesola, who failed as governor of Osun State? Now look at these elements, now coming together to say we want to rescue Nigeria. What are they rescuing? Or they want to rescue power again? Just what they know how to do best. So if you look at it, and now people like Dumebi Kachiku, who was the presidential candidate of ADC in 2023 and came fourth in that election, and said, listen, I am the leader of this party and I wasn't consulted. You are coming to somebody's house and you are not telling the person, please open for me, I want to come in. Major leaders of the ADC were not consulted. And at the end of the day, these guys hijacked the ADC as a party and then imposed themselves on the party. What is now happening? Dumebi Kachiku and the others have gone to court to even challenge the emergence of David Mark as national chairman, knowing fully well that the man who is claiming, Nwosu, who is claiming to have left his position as chairman, was not even supposed to be chairman, as his tenure expires since 2022. That crisis has been on in ADC. And then David Mark just came, and then the same Nwosu
so you're saying
is now
it's
saying,
not about the presidency.
what I am saying is that the crisis in the ADC even predates the coalition itself. It's just that those who came into the coalition came in wrongly. And of course, I'm telling you now that they are going to also, feel the heat, because Dumebi Kachiku, I believe, because I've seen, the situation, and I believe he will win the case in court.
All right.
The PDP is not, the PDP's crisis is not the, or are you also saying that it is APC too that is also fueling the crisis in Labour Party? When indeed we know that it is the greed of Abure and Peter Obi. No one wants to bow down before each other. So how can you pin that on the opposition? And besides, the situation in the way the things are now, I can tell you most solemnly that before 12 noon on election day, Bola Tinubu would have trounced all other candidates that were made from other parties.
Thank you so much. Our time is up. I know people joining us virtually really want to say one or two things. Well, there's a 30 seconds to summarize their point. I think that would just suffice. Let me start off with Fred. Fred, we are pressed for time. Our time has been consumed already, but 30 seconds, what advice do you have for Nigerians?
Okay, thank you so much. I want to quickly say that for anyone to think that Tinubu will not win the election in 2027 is a mere bizarre. When you talk about infrastructure, it's taking the lead. For example, in Edo State, look at between Ekboma and Benin, we used to spend hours, but now it's 45 minutes. So many developments. So when you talk about Wike again, somebody is talking about those Wike. Wike is an institution. Whether you like it or not, the whole opposition cannot even confront only weak instructors of
All right, now you comment on people's statement saying that Tinubu will win or come on, we don't allow such on air. I know you're enthusiastic about the party, but we have to watch our emotions, okay? We'll have to watch our emotions. Sorry, I have to cut you off because we have to do that. Maybe next time we have an opportunity to, like, start on a better footing, okay? Derek, 30 seconds, Derek, your advice for Nigerians.
Well, it is popularly said in Benin that all hope, yeah, like I said, the political all hope to the rest is my own that I will clamor for. The political dynamics in Nigeria have changed. And there's nothing we can do about it. So it is very easy for APC.
Thank you. Said it's very easy for APC to win because Nigeria political dynamics has changed. Well, quickly, around 30 seconds, our time is up. Advice to Nigerians.
Thank you very much, Wilson. Well, the truth is this. I would like to make most of the people understand one thing. The policies that this present administration have put in place might not have given us the 100% assurance, the confidence that we needed. But if we look at it very, very deep from economical aspect, from policy aspect, the man have done great things. And I think before 2027, most of this policy will show themselves. And
Thank you so much, Aras. I know you have so much to say. Our time is up, but we made your point. The policies, they are working. That's some of what you just said. Gentlemen, joining us virtually, that's the most time will allow us to really listen to you. And of course, to both of you in the studio, I appreciate all of you. Once more, their comments, opinions, theirs, it has nothing to do with ITV. Thanks so much for watching. We'll do it again next time. Bye for now.